All right. So, last session, when you guys ended, you just made it back to Arkham. I believe that you hitch a ride with a very nice truck driver that brought you onto town. And I was under the impression that you guys were going to the abandoned building once again to
Yeah.
spend the night until the next day. And then you were, in the meantime, gonna figure out exactly how you were going to go into the building and manage to get the device that you want. So, everybody is. What's the plan? What are we doing?
Is this for everyone to talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dare say, sorry about how I've been acting recently. The situation's a whole lot. Bit of a shell shock. Did did we did you do something, Sydney? With the blowy door?
Yes, that's how we got to that place with the tentacle whale.
Yeah.
Came back before we got on the train.
I- I'm
Let's talk.
So that wasn't a hallucination, okay.
No, this whole place is. I hate it. I'm gonna be real with you. Everything about this place give me the creeps.
Okay, one last thing. Was there a gator in a wheelchair?
I don't remember that.
Okay, I might have been hallucinating that. Okay,
I might have just not seen it. To be fair, there's a lot of weird stuff here.
fair.
All
What
I
are the
ask
limit?
is, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Chop.
I was gonna say, can somebody else babysit this Brit? I am getting tired of it. That's all I ask.
I'm fine now, but what are the limits of that magic you do?
Well,
Yes, dear.
there is a
No, I'll just eat the pasta, babe.
there is a bit of a I've realized recently I can only use it every so often, and like you saw, it doesn't always get us exactly where we're trying to go. But I would like to. I was thinking about it, and I think maybe I can. Any of you seem who are interested in a stable line, stable enough, I can try to teach you the spell. It'll probably take a few weeks. Took me a few weeks. I had to get some help in.
Now,
Well,
a
let's.
soldier does what?
The boredom. I mean, you really gotta want to learn it, because it's knowledge it works into your brain, and it doesn't leave. And she like rubs her arms or over themselves.
Are you
It makes you a little.
are you ready
little
to
worse.
have something that crawls its way into my mind and is refusing to leave? I think I can manage another thing.
That's concerning. But
Not as much as what's in there.
that's what's in.
I'll,
Just pray it doesn't decide to come out.
Oh. Well,
I'll continue practicing with you, though. Just
I appreciate that. It'd be nice to have someone else who can. It'll take a few weeks, but hopefully.
but if it's 2 blocks, I think we should go the 2 blocks instead of trying to cast a spell. That's just me.
Well,
There's an explosion. I was panicking.
Well, I dare say I have an idea. Well, you say we needed to get the device without raising any of their so-called alarms, correct?
Ideally.
What if we say, as a result of you learning this magic, we forgot, but you know the location of the last piece, and you're able to do it freely.
You know,
Just
that's
and then shove them into a random place. Take this, take the device, and we can go on our merry way. After all,
There's no problem. There's no problem with that.
yes.
Well, every time that we've used the portal spell, and since they know about the portal spell, anybody with common sense would just send a couple of people and have the rest sit and wait to make sure that they were not sent to some godforsaken place.
Well, let me interject to that.
Okay.
So, the way the portal spell works is that the caster, I mean the character, not the player. The player knows, obviously, if the portal spell successfully cast or not. But the player doesn't. Mainly because the spell casts anyway, regardless if it takes you to the right place or not. So, what that means is that you do have the opportunity to say, hey, you know what? I am not going to use the spell. Or I am. But once the spell is cast, if you did say, hey, I'm going to use it, you're using it. Regardless if it takes you where you're trying to go or not. Now, if you're saying, hey, you know what, I'm just going to sit back, I'm not feeling this spell, whatever, you're more than welcome to stay where you're at and not go, through the portal.
right. I do believe that. I mean, when I use it, it doesn't always go where I want it to, but I don't necessarily know that because it always opens up. I just don't know what's on the other side, and I don't
That
know.
that worked perfectly.
Well,
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know if we can convince them. I was thinking maybe the reason I gathered you all, or what I will say, is because I need you to actually utilize the artifact properly and open a portal to a ritual site. Maybe that if we all do this ritual together, and that's why I need you all alive. We can actually utilize the artifact properly and open a portal that'll bring them to a ritual site. I just don't know if they'll figure it out or not.
well, I dare say it doesn't really matter where it goes, as long as it's far enough away. After all, even if it brings, as long as it brings some of them, we could just overpower them. Advantage in numbers and whatnot. Just a matter of how much we can actually grab. The next point I should say is, who here is more silver-tongued of the group? After all, we both know they don't very well trust me.
I usually work with corpses the last couple of years. Unfortunately, my social skills have diminished.
Just I am actually sorry.
So, yeah.
Hey, Keeper, could you give me control of my character whenever you get a chance, please?
I figure you would have control of your character. Don't you have it? What? Who's your character? Hold on. Al Joplin, right? Yeah.
Al Joplin, yeah. Yeah, everything is
Yeah, you have
not
control of your character.
available.
I haven't
Do I?
changed
Let
anything.
me go back into it.
You sent a message and wrote test.
Yeah, I wrote test a while back, and all the characters. The only thing I can
Yep.
see is
I see test
notes. Use them.
under
But
Al
everything else
Joplin.
is- yeah. It's like it's all ghosted to me.
Yes, Jesse, you can definitely use Roll20 chat freely. Okay, perfect. All right, so what's the plan then? Because remember, you're also trying to avoid walking around unnecessarily throughout the town due to the fact that you're wanted.
Can I ask, Sydney? She's the one who knows how to create portals, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, is there a limitation on position or angle of a portal?
I don't know. I haven't fully tested it out. I think if you can imagine where it goes and think of exactly where you want it, you can probably.
How far away can you send something?
Well, off planet for sure. I do remember seeing
I'm
I think what was the galaxy that we're in the sky at one point. So
I'm sorry. What?
I had
Planet?
I had a rough half a year. The only reason I'm alive is because I was able to find and learn this spell. Actually, Sydney has the pictures, right? From her time.
Well, if you remember, your character was originally casted like onto a whole other dimension, far, far away, and then ultimately you started trying to use your spell, that portal, to come back. However, it took you a couple tries to make it back.
Yeah. It did. It was several times. Took a lot of times to find it
Yeah.
anyway. But like basically, I don't think Sydney knows exactly what the limitations are.
In that case, you probably have one of most potent offensive abilities out there. Because you can, if you can put the portal on the ground beneath your target, you can teleport them few hundred feet in the air, and then just let them drop.
I don't know if it'll work like that. I could try.
Feels like you're sending me these for a reason.
I just can't help myself. I'm sorry.
yeah, boss. I think that's a really good idea that he has.
As long as it's far enough away. But I think the key part is to make it very clear to them that all 5 of us are needed to open this portal. Use the artifact to open this portal to a ritual site where they can summon the great old one that they're looking for. I don't want to say it.
Whatever that is.
Yeah. Because if we say, oh, here's how we do it, we all get in a circle around as we remembered, our memory loss
Kill
is
us.
gone.
Oh, they're gonna kill us.
Well, if they kill us, then I'll just close the. If they try to kill, I'll just close the portal and say that it doesn't work without all of us. But
That's
assuming-
noble.
I mean, that's the idea, I think. Right? We found a ritual set where you communicate properly with this.
All right, so a couple of things you guys might remember was the fact that the cult let you go freely. Remember last time they didn't try to kill you or anything. The guy said that, ultimately because you didn't remember anything, that he was gonna let you go because he was sure that you guys were gonna be back. And ultimately, you find out that you're wanted, so you don't really have anywhere else to go, really, other than just remaining hiding um, where you're at, or maybe just cast a portal and go somewhere else. But casting a portal and going somewhere else will definitely not get you to your home world, would just leave you over there somewhere where maybe you're not wanted. So maybe you want to have that in mind, considering that it may not necessarily be in the cult's best interest to try to harm you right away, considering that ultimately they're trying to figure it out exactly how to get that thing to work.
Well, who knows how to talk well? Because I don't know if I alone can convince them of all of this.
I guess I could.
Well, that would be very helpful. Thank you, Fergus. Any support y'all can give is really appreciated. I think I have to be at least in some way, part of the person talking, because apparently I am the authority on this, but I would appreciate anything y'all give, and I really do appreciate it.
You could initiate it while, I'm sorry, was it Al Jobin? That, who was it that wanted to try it? Actually do the fast talking or whatever? Richard?
No, it wasn't me. It was our Serbian friend here. No, Jake.
No, you said he couldn't. I said I could.
Yeah.
Jake. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Serbian friend
Yeah,
talks to
yeah.
Jake, which I really like.
Yeah, so I think, so Fergus. Well, if Jake, if Gold Fergus here is able to convince them, I say we bet it has the best chance. After all, if you're the expert, he could basically put it in layman's terms for them.
That would be very.
God knows bloody well that our our officers damn well can't get their thoughts across correctly.
All right. So,
So, should we head right over there, then? If we're not trying to sneak in, I don't know if we need to wait or not.
I believe so. I don't see any reason why not to. Anyone got any objections to this idea?
No, I do not.
all right. So, you guys leave and casually start walking through the street, trying to make it back to the cult's lair. Go ahead and I need 2 people to roll luck, please, and thank you.
Let me see. No.
All right, that's 1. Someone else that has a ridiculous amount of luck. Very well. All right. You get to the Colts building. This building looks kind of like an apartment building. Well, you knock on the door, a little door opens up through it, on it. I mean, and And the guard looks at you, Sydney, and says, "Oh, Miss Elsner, you're back with your friends. Please, come back in. We've been waiting for you."
Alright. Yeah, I guess
I hope you had time to remember um, what happened. Ultimately, Darian has been very preoccupied and has been trying to do anything and everything to get that thing going, and ultimately he hasn't. Um, for a moment, we thought you guys weren't coming back. Probably been arrested by now.
our memories have served us well.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, please follow me. And you guys walk in, and he starts walking towards the area where the amulet is. And after not too far, he says, "Darren, they're back. Sydney and the rest are back. They have returned." And Darren says, "Oh, well, that's perfect. Perfect. We've been honestly waiting for this moment. I just cannot get this damn thing to work." And ultimately, we need to get things moving. I mean, we've been trying to summon this thing for months now. This is getting ridiculous. So, lady and gentlemen, what do you guys have to say for yourselves about it? Can you please spill the beans for once?
Our memories, I think for the most part, have returned. That it turns out the reason I had to gather these lovely people here is because they're needed for the full ritual in order to properly utilize the artifact to get to the ritual site.
Oh well, that's perfect. I'm totally down with that. And I remember when you came back. When you came back 3 weeks ago, you told me that. You did say, "Hey, guess what? I need this people over here." And I said, "Okay, well, so cool." And then you grabbed that amulet. You said you were gonna go get the stuff, and then you disappeared for 3 weeks, and then you appeared a day ago. And still, there's none of the stuff we need to make the ritual. We don't have. You have some of these people acting weird. I mean, talking with funny accents and acting like completely different. So
Well, we were using the artifact in a unique way, so not only our memories, but some other stuff got scrambled. The translation, it seems.
I see. So what do we do?
I'll show you. We need the 5 of us to head around the artifact.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's totally fine. You know what? You do that. You get that thing going, and then, but this time around, I'm not staying here. This time around, I'm gonna go right after you. We're going to get the.
We can't go first. We need to open the portal. We'll have to go after you.
Okay, that's fine.
It's needed for the artifact to open the proper transportation. But you and your people should get ready, because on the other side of that portal, that's where you can communicate with the Great Old One.
Okay. The old man. That thing. All right. So go ahead and royal
And
power.
he gives like a little, like a side nod to Fergus.
Go ahead and roll it. Royal
Oh
power.
shit!
Good.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the medallion, you grab the medallion, and everybody puts an arm right on top of one of your arms and your shoulder, and the medallion starts shining. So you stretch your arm out, and a light shines to the point that everything gets so bright that you just cannot see anything. Suddenly, the medallion shuts off, and you find yourself in a corridor of sorts. In this corridor, you can see that there is, to your left and to your right, an infinite amount of doors. Now, you guys all of a sudden disappear, and obviously Darren is a little confused right now because you're gone again.
I thought, well, I mean, this works too. I thought the plan was to mime using the medallion and actually just open the portal, use a portal spell and someone plug in.
Well, he was gonna go into the portal provided that there wasn't portal that opened, but all of a sudden there was no portal that opened. You just got portal out somewhere.
That's the medallion too soon.
Right. So you're over there within this corridor. There's millions and millions of doors. What do you want to do?
I'm not touching anything. John is just going to like look at this since he might as well look to see if he can figure out anything from it. See if there's any like markings, I should say, like any identifiers.
Very well. So when you look at the doors, they're all made out of this very strange material that it's almost like a crystal, kind of like a sapphire type of crystal, and it's very polished, very neatly. The doors look like they're super heavy, so it may take some strength to open it up just because of the way it looks due to what it's made. They do have they seem closed. They do have a handle, but that is about as much as you see. Everything else just looks like you're just standing in the middle of the universe. You know, you see stars and you know, and planets and things like that out there, but you do see this doors that are to your left and to your right.
Is that? Give me a moment.
Yeah, and while she's doing that, I'll just like put my hand, like the back of my hand, up to the door. You know, like one would do in a case of a fire. Like, do I feel anything? Does it does it feel extremely cold, extremely hot, things like that?
Everybody go ahead and give me a 1d5, please.
Oh shit.
Well,
Um,
do I roll out of madness?
No, not yet. This is just the power points, the magic points that is going to cost you to have use that medallion right now.
Okay.
I don't have magic points. Am I in the negative?
If you should have had magic points. If you don't have magic points on your sheet, it's because you never calculated them.
I mean, it was like 0 out of 11 is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Like,
No, then yeah, you should have 11.
alright, 11 minus 4, so that would be 7.
No, there's no writings on the doors. The doors are completely flat. They don't have any symbols or anything. Nothing that could identify one door from the other or anything like that. Thank you. That's the next thing. I need sanity rolls, please.
Unfortunately, you're welcome.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought it was. But
Oh, I survived.
All right, so sanity. Those of you that roll sanity and passed it, go ahead and give me a 1d2. Those of you that fail, go ahead and give me a 1d5.
yeah, Cindy's useless.
Oh!
Alright, I have
Oh!
another madness.
Whoa! All right, so Keegan, your character is just lost it. It's like, oh my god, and mind you that, you know, obviously your characters will not necessarily be very calm right now. You will find yourself in the middle of a cosmos, well, at least that's what you can see around you, with the fact that you just see some doors and you don't really know exactly where you're at. All you know is you're trying to get back to wherever you came from, and now you're just faced with all these doors as far as you can possibly see. So, you know, you got no idea where to go. Obviously, it will have had a bigger effect in some of you than others, such as Keegan's character. You know, your character just actually go ahead and roll a 1d8, I believe is that the rule says. Just a second. 4. Let's find out what that is.
Am I going to have to do like an intelligence to see if I actually comprehend it? Or.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. 4. You get paranoia, and I need you to roll a 1d10. For 3 rounds, everyone's out to get you. No one can be trusted. You're just being spied on, no matter what you do or where you look at, or you just got that feeling that everybody in the group is out to trick you.
Yeah, I guess how John would take it is like he's being quiet, and if by chance, actually, we already know someone has one of the pistols. Who has the other then? If not John, since he has a 78.
I do.
Al has one.
It's
and
me.
Daniel has one.
Okay.
Do me a favor
Then.
and click on the Phobias button and see what you get.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So backstory.
It's not on your sheet, so you will have to click on the screen on the map, and you will see some purple buttons that appear on the top. Hopefully that makes it happen. Otherwise, yeah. One of them says Phobias. If not, I'll be happy to roll it for you.
Yeah, so is it like the one that has the books?
Yep.
Okay, the books, then.
It just says, instead of saying tomes, it says Phobias.
Oh, god damn it. Sorry. Back and collect. You can roll it for me, I suppose. Sorry. While I myself am looking for it, because all I'm seeing is items, location, monsters, rules, spells.
All right. So looking at the cosmos, Well, you're just contemplating how everybody seems to be trying to get you and trick you and cause you harm. You just notice all the colors, all the how dark everything looks, but there in certain parts you just see some clouds, some colors with stars and everything, and it just reminds your character of just flowers, and now you're just terrified of them.
I'm now afraid of both flying and flowers.
Yep. Just keep collecting them. All right.
Gonna catch 'em all, right?
So, what do you guys want to do now, except for, maybe our friend Keegan over here that he's in recovery?
Yeah. You just noticed, like, Al, Jake, and Sydney, the ones with guns, that I'm just eyeing you up.
I
But
don't
not.
have guns.
I'm sorry, I'm bad with voices and names at times. Just whoever has the guns, I'm eyeing you up. Like just staying away from you, not turning my back towards you, things like that. Yeah, so until Mega says otherwise, I'll just be doing that for the most part, not necessarily throwing my coin in.
Yep, 3 turns. So, whom is watching me? All right, so
Great eyes opening in the sky.
right. All right, so you got all those doors right over there. Some of them in front of you, some of them behind you. They all seem to be on that corridor, going parallel to each other. Any ideas? Anything you want to do?
I've never been here, so I'm gonna look to the boss. And
I've never
See
been
what-
here. Sydney is looking around, very confused, but also kind of.
that does not instill victory and confidence in me. That's all I'm saying.
She looks at the golden thing in her hand. And I wonder if this is how they got us. This is how they got us, isn't it? Do you think one of these swords leads back home?
But which one?
She just looks down the corridor, super lost.
Should we just start opening doors?
I don't know what's gonna happen when we do. So maybe we should pick one. Do they all
Can we
look?
just come out of
the
a
same?
door and enter this corridor?
All right, so what are we doing?
Do all of the doors look identical?
Yep,
Well,
they all look
No,
exactly 100% the same.
we could flip a coin, see which side. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Good use, Joe.
Well, since you've made it this far, and we haven't made it anywhere at all, I'm gonna trust you. So pick the right door. Get us
Yeah. Out of character, you may not know what's going on, but you're the leading expert. Despite that.
Sydney hates this, so I love it. Alright. She'll pull out, I guess a coin and flip, one for head, two for tails, heads left, tails right. So that'll get us halfway there. Alright, choosing the door on the right. I guess I'll
Mm.
choose
All right.
from the 12 closest.
Okay, so you go to the second door and and
I go to the right side, but I'm gonna like
Okay.
the 12 closest.
so 2 doors down. And are you opening the door?
I'll try.
Okay, very well. Okay, so you open the door. When you open the door, you see that there's a field of excuse me. There's a field, right, with grass. The grass seems thoroughly tall. But it looks like a field with grass. Are you guys going in?
Wait, hold on. I think there's more to this. We gotta. I wanna try to open another door and see what's behind it.
Okay, so you close that.
Oh, I was gonna.
Yeah, can we
I
like
was gonna
hold
do-
them open or something?
Nope. The moment you open the door, all the other doors disappear.
Oh.
Okay, I would like to do something.
The floor is yours.
Okay. When I see the grass, I would like to make a roll for natural world. See if it's for my natural world, please. May I roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that looks good to me. That's some green grass and everything. That's some green grass, buddy.
I have actually. Can I roll that as well, please?
Sure.
Hold on, let me
Yeah,
check.
but
I might.
looking like it.
There's something. Can I do education? See if I might as well.
Well, you're a little bit not well right now.
Okay, just.
Yeah. Just sit your paranoid ass down, is what he says.
I just don't trust you right
Yeah.
now.
Yes,
You know.
no, I get it. I get it.
You're just not doing that. Well, but yeah, go ahead and roll it. What the heck? Why not?
All right. So education or
Yeah,
natural war?
sure. Either or. Whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter to me.
No.
All right. So, Sydney, you just realize that the grass is grass. What?
Do I get from like a
Yeah, why are you out of bed?
zone or like a specific kind of grass? Because there's tons of different kinds.
Hurry up and go to bed, please. All right. So, are you going into that world, or are you?
I would like to, if possible. Do I get anything specific about like what kind of grass it is? Because there's all kinds.
No,
of
it's
grass.
just long green grass. It's.
All fescue number 22.
It seems. It definitely seems much.
The world have different kinds of grass.
Different temperaments, different humanity.
It seems fairly long. It reaches probably
It's
to
a
your
broadleaf.
to your leg. It looks green. It looks pointy. But that's about it. It doesn't look like it's been cut in a while.
Okay. What else do we see besides the green, or is it just?
So
grass?
far from there, you only see the grass, maybe some trees in the distance.
What kind of trees?
Just regular trees, maybe some pine, some maple.
Northwest.
Yeah, that's helpful actually. Is the grass the kind that Sydney would have seen like on the East Coast, on the West Coast? Because she traveled.
Probably East Coast.
East Coast. Okay, cool. Well, I don't know. Maybe we should try a couple other doors, see what's through 'em, and then
You turn around and don't see anymore.
I'm like, no one's here. I turn around, I'm alone.
Don't start with shit unless there's gonna be some shit. You just scared me.
Sammy, please hurry up. It's bedtime.
What the hell?
The longer you take, the longer the nap you're gonna take tomorrow. It's been an hour since you've been going to bed.
Well,
So tomorrow, an hour nap.
I
And
hope
open it again. And
You're just doing it to yourself.
That's
boss. You're the smartest.
You don't have to flatter me like that. I'd rather appreciate it if you took credit for the ideas that you have. It's important that you.
All right, so the door's open, and
Yeah.
and you see the grass, you see the trees in the distance. You also see some buildings too.
What kind of buildings?
You can't really tell what kind of buildings they are. They are buildings. I mean, you identified just some buildings with, some floors, but
Okay. Do they seem like single story or like skyscrapers?
some of them
Do they
are
go
skyscrapers. Some of them are single stories.
Okay.
Do they go straight or do they curve and have insects
No, they go
buzzing
straight.
around them? Just ask me.
They go straight.
All right.
They go straight.
Does
There.
it like
The only
second
thing you do
floor?
notice is that they do seem to have some plants growing on the side, almost as if somebody's just growing, plants from their balconies and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. It looks good to me, Sydney. Do you want to give it a try?
It looks abandoned.
I know. Do you want to? Okay. I'll tell you what. I will stand after you close the door. I will stand in front of it. Okay. So I'm gonna stand right in front of the door once you close it, and hopefully all the doors will appear. Go pick another door, and I won't move from this position.
Alright.
And let's see. How does that sound?
Alright, let me see if I'm gonna check through my stuff real quick and see if I have something like chalk.
I need a 1D. I don't know, 1D10, please,
From whom?
Anyone?
from any of you. Okay, thank you.
Oh, somebody got it. Somebody got it.
I'm just trying to determine how
If it's
much
bad-
time is going so far.
Yeah, if it's bad, we're gonna blame you there, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel.
We wanted a 10 instead of a 2. Oh, we wanted an 8, a 1, a 7, anything but 2.
Do I have like some grease to like oil like my
Makeup? That's a good idea.
I have makeup too. Actually no, Sydney doesn't have makeup. That's right.
You know what?
Sydney specifically
The
doesn't.
only time that you have to be tomboyish.
No,
Turn the
I
light off.
Now's
and
not
go
the
to
time.
sleep. You're
I
gonna
know.
take a nap tomorrow.
Oh wait, actually, did she buy some?
I'm tired playing with you.
She might have bought some.
You're gonna take a nap.
No, she didn't.
Well, I was about to say I might even kiss you if you were. Never mind.
Nope. Alright, so I do get rid of a bunch of stuff. Well, let's see. Do I have like grease for my weapons, my traps, and that kind of thing?
Unless you brought it with yourself and it is on your character sheet, no.
Mega?
Unless you brought it with yourself and it is on your character sheet, no.
Okay. If it's something like that would be needed for weapon maintenance and that kind of stuff, like regular routine stuff, would that not be included in it?
Not unless you add it in your character sheet.
I have home tools set in a box, which I don't know what that is.
Roll your luck.
Okay. I also have soap, which might work.
Yeah, try that. Try that.
Yeah, I'll
Guess it's not gonna work. Okay.
well, I mean, I don't have grease probably, but I'm going to try to smear some soap on the door.
Okay.
Does it stick?
Stick how? Like, trying to write with it?
And she make a mark.
Yeah, can I mark?
Oh, yeah, you can mark it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Close the door and let's see what happens from now.
Alright.
Are you guys going through the door?
No, not yet. I think
Oh.
we're just experimenting in the hallway, pretty much.
Okay.
Does the mark stay when she closes the door?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good sign. Now, would somebody look at another door and see if the same mark is on that one?
Let's try it.
I'll take a look.
I'll mark it with a 2 or something.
Good idea.
Okay. You mark the other door. Do you open it?
No, I marked the first door with a 2, and the next one, I guess, with like a
Okay.
different number, 3.
Okay. So, by the way, Keegan, your character is back to normal now.
Alright.
You can call it that.
All right. So, do you open
Listen,
another
man.
door?
I love you, man.
I know.
Do you open another door?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sydney. Go ahead and open it.
You want
I'm
me
standing
to
right by
open
the first.
it?
Well, I'm
Alright.
gonna stand right by the first door.
I can open another one.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I'll open another one. I'll open
So-
the one next to it.
You open another door, and this time around, this the place actually looks like you are outside of town. You can see the town from where you're at. You can see Arkham from the distance, so you can see where you're at.
Does it look like the Arkham we know?
You wouldn't be able to tell you from such a distance, but it looks pretty much what you will remember from it.
Does the sun seem to be the right color?
Yeah, yeah. The sun is the same color.
Okay, and does the grass and stuff seem normal? Do the bunnies have claws? Do
You
I
don't
see
see
any animals?
you don't see any animals at this time.
Okay. How far away from town do we seem to be?
I want to say about half a mile.
Okay.
Okay,
And
what's
what's
the state of the building?
What?
You can see from the air the state of the building. Do they look in good condition, damaged?
No, they look normal. From where you see, they just look like regular buildings.
Okay.
I mean, keep in mind that you're looking at a building from half a mile away, so
I have binoculars. I would like to see if I can see closer.
okay. So go ahead and roll spot hidden. Nice.
Jesus, that was exactly on the mark.
All right. So once you start looking with your binoculars, you see that the buildings look cracked. They're not
No, this one's
in very good
big,
condition.
too.
There's also plants growing everywhere on the buildings. You see that there's giant flowers walking around, and they seem to be carnivorous too, where they're just grabbing animals and just eating them.
And as soon as wait, does she mention that?
Yeah, and I'm gonna put an X over the 3. Like, close the door, put an X over the 3,
Shit.
and write
So, what did you
carnivorous flowers. I'm gonna start. I think I have a journal. I would like to start writing like numbers and writing like marking them.
Okay.
Well, then I officially hit that one.
Yeah, no, that was. I don't like that either.
All right. So
It's not a good door, Sydney.
It's got carnivorous flowers eating animals, so no.
Yeah. Let's go past.
What? What?
Said it was the wrong door.
Yeah, it's not good. I put an X
That's all-
over it, and then
that's
I
all I
mark,
repeat.
I mark
That's all I say.
in
Not-
like
not knowing
3
about it.
next to my journal.
Not knowing a
Carnivorous
phobia. Not knowing
All
a
right.
phobia.
so you guys going back to the hallway?
At the
What?
Okay. So you guys go back to the hallway and close the door. When you close the door, the markings that you would have on the door are gone.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Hey, Sydney,
Yeah.
the door's changed. As soon as you closed that door, I was looking right at it, and all of a sudden it like disappeared. This is gonna be harder than I thought.
Alright, well.
dear. Oh, good lord, we won't be able to find able enough that it doors that one to.
What if we put
Yeah.
something in front of it, like just like a
Well, I haven't moved.
like, and you
so-
didn't change. So what if instead of on the door, we put it on the door on the like something? Well, the space in front of it instead of on the actual door.
Sorry, ask that again.
Like Sydney goes to like draw a 2 in front of the door, or like a 3 on the floor, the quote unquote floor. Like tries to draw. And
Go ahead and roll
I think it's
intelligence.
on. Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it.
Oh.
All right.
See, I told you. You could do it.
So you can make the case that the markings that you're drawing are probably disappearing because you're really right now in the middle of nowhere, like literally the middle of nowhere. And chances are that even though you have the illusion of having so many doors, you only have one door, regardless of which one you open. So whenever you open a door, all the other doors just disappear. And then they come right back. And it probably will make sense considering that you can only open one door at a time.
I think it's the same idea. I don't think I can open 2 portals at a time. I think it's the same idea. I think the doors themselves don't matter. I think it's whatever. We just gotta look through it until we find one that we like.
Well, you've seen more doors than we have. Keep opening. Let's try
By the
again.
way, Sydney, I need sanity, girl. From the walking flowers, eating animals.
Those 2. But yeah.
1d2, please.
I don't wanna. Oh, alright. I don't wanna have to go through too many more of these, but I also know we gotta find a way home if we need to rest. But
Alright, so
At this point, I just think we should just pick a door, bloody door at this point.
I mean, I don't want to be eaten by flowers.
Yes, and as much as I bet I don't really well trust this place as well.
It just
My
seems.
body was eaten by a what?
Flowers. There were giant flowers just picking off animals from the ground, eating them.
Giant piranha plants.
Pretty much, and they were moving too.
Okay, let's just stop and just pick a door other than that one. For the love of God, Mary, and
But
Joseph.
I think we should be careful where we're going. Let's observe, and then once we find one that we don't see any problems with, then we can go through. How's
Maybe we
that?
should walk down that way for like. He just points to a random like one that size for like.
Do you want to open
maybe-
the next door?
Yes, I would very much at this point.
Alright, but don't go through until we look through.
Terrible.
Remember.
Yes, oh, I very much won't until I know for sure there's no flowers there.
Alright. Cindy will follow,
What's up with the flowers? Who cares?
alright.
I've seen things.
I
So
can relate.
We all have.
Keegan, your character will open the door, so go ahead and roll your luck. Thank you. Go ahead and open the door. And your character opens the door. And when you
He
open the
said
door,
luck, not fuck.
when you open the door,
Same
do you well, when you open the door, actually, you notice that your arm, your hand that you used to push the door open is getting burnt. So,
Hey,
so you pull your arm out and go ahead and roll a 1d3.
okay, I'm now at. Christ.
Okay.
Alright, I am at 3 hit points.
So you have third-degree burns on that arm. When you look out, when you look out, if you look from inside the tunnel, the, the hallway, whatever, you can see that everything has been cooked to death in that world. There's no grass, there's no water, there's nothing. The temperature is like insanely hot.
I'm just gonna take off my shirt, make a little lasso out of one of the sleeves, and just pull it back.
And I need anybody wants to roll first aid, try to help them out.
I can do it myself, actually.
Actually, no. Let Jake do it. Jake, go ahead.
Okay.
First aid, I'll try.
Woo. Anyone else? The doctor?
Please, no one fumble. I don't want this to be my second
Yeah,
character that
I
dies.
am so hesitant. Is there anyone else who's good at it before I do it?
Well, I
have
thought
52.
I thought Papa Dog was a doctor.
No,
To
isn't.
roll the luck or to try and back him up? I have medicine, but my first aid
Oh.
with this character is bad.
Yeah, no, it's first aid that you gotta roll.
I'll roll it. Okay.
All right, 1d3.
Range.
Roll a 1d3, Keegan.
Let's see if my luck holds up.
Watch when he recovers 1 point.
Oh, goddammit.
Oh,
Okay, I get it back.
yep, he gets it back. All right, and you
Rats.
and as he pulls back, he closes the door, and and you see how the door closes up. All the other doors appear, and that door is just smoking up because of how hot it was.
Alright, maybe we should be a little slow about opening them if there's stuff like that for them.
Fergus, why don't you check the floor where she last put a marking, at the very least?
Fine. But I am going to stand behind the door and then look after.
Is the marking on the floor still there? In front
Nope.
of the door?
Dare say everything changes, then. Seems like it'd be very well the luck of the draw.
Alright, who's feeling particularly brave? I can go another, but.
I'll do
I'm gonna take my chances this time.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, so. Whew, okay, so go ahead and you open the door. Go ahead and roll a 1d10, please.
I swear, Daniel.
Bad.
All right. So you open the door. When you open the door, you get pushed back, and you hit the door behind you, but it doesn't open. All of a sudden, all the doors disappear. However, the area where you're standing, it starts getting full of water. The water just keeps coming in, like insanely. Almost as if you were maybe at the bottom of the ocean. Now, everybody give me a... Actually, everybody give me dexterity, please.
I'm good at that. Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Those of you that failed the dexterity roll, you're going to give me a 1d3. And then I'm going to need swim rolls. If you're once you try to close the door, you can do a swim roll. So
I'm gonna try to close the door. So
okay, so Sydney close the door.
bad again.
So Sydney close the door.
It's when I close the door.
Yep.
And I lost an HP from that, right? Because I failed the
Yep.
dex. Here. I think about a major wound.
So all of a
It's
sudden,
not all at once, right?
when the door closes, you notice that you're all soaking wet, and then all of a sudden you drop to the ground, hard, because the water just dissipates throughout the tunnel. But within minutes, the water is just dry. It's gone. I mean, your clothes are wet, but not anything on the tunnel.
That couldn't be worse.
Argus, you wanna move on? Or we should give it a rest.
Let's see the look of the Irish's actual thing then.
I need,
As I'm,
please,
holding
you
my
guys
hand.
to roll a 1d40.
Wait, I roll 1d40?
Somebody roll a 1d40.
Alright. That's our 1d40.
All right.
20.
So far, you guys have spent 22 minutes in there. Anybody else wants to roll intelligence on hard?
Alright, that's not hard.
Nope.
I'll try. Oh wow!
Whoa!
All right.
I got a hard on a hard.
Oh,
Oh,
wait, no, that's
You
zero,
got
isn't
it.
it?
okay. So
Yeah.
those of you that
Oh, that's.
well, hold on.
that's-
Let's pull it this way. Let's start this way. Daniel Anderson. You start trying to think about it, but you're just very shook up due to the fact that that wave hit you really, really hard and pushed you back. So you're starting to get a headache, actually. Go ahead and roll a 1d3, please. And it's gonna be temporary damage anyway, because it's just a headache. Once the headache's gone, it's gone.
It's 2.
No, 1d3. Unless you're trying to die.
I rolled the d6 and then divided by 2. Or I
Oh.
can still roll
Yeah, just roll a 1d3, please.
3.
Thank you.
Ugh.
All right. So, John Crow, you start thinking.
No.
You all of a sudden have the thought that
No, that was my appearance. I'm sorry. This is my intelligence.
okay, so never mind.
Me and Al
So
both have
then,
successful
hold on. So
spells.
Sydney, you come up with a thought that the first door you open, you look through it, and you saw those flowers, right, attacking eating the creatures, whatever. And in a moment before that, you appear over there in that tunnel, whatever, and then John Crow had that moment of fear where he said that everything, all the clouds and everything like that, remind them of flowers, and that he was very scared. Then after that, after seeing all that and describing it, you can probably imagine how everybody got a little bit scared. So then you open the second door, and
Boss.
then all of a sudden you got burnt. So due to the fact that you got burned, one of you got burned. Probably when you got burned, you probably were thinking, "Man, I wish I had some water to add to my wound. Something that will cover that all that heat and all that." And then when you open the other door, you were completely full of water. So you just starting to think that maybe you gotta be careful how you're feeling and what you're thinking about once you open those doors.
Wait, Fergus, don't open the door yet. I think our thoughts influence it.
Like the placebo effect.
I don't know if I know that one, but something maybe. It. I think we gotta think. We have to be in the right state of mind. We gotta be calm. We gotta be thinking about home. About every detail we can, maybe, or just I'm not sure exactly how it works, but
I believe the idea might help if we were to say think of the ones we love. After all, Fergus had his sister, did he not?
Yeah, you did.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a bad idea.
After all, if we all think about those that are in danger, we might very well get back to them.
Okay.
Can I? All right, Fergus, you wanna?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll luck.
So who's gonna open the next door?
I am.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, never mind.
All right. So you open
that was
the door.
on hard. That was on hard. That
Oh.
wasn't regular.
Well, also,
So I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
Okay, luck.
All right. You open the door. You open the door. Go ahead and roll a 1d10.
There's a dice for that.
Very good. You open the door and everything seems normal. You open the door and you see the inside of the building where you just left.
like, the building that we just left.
Yeah, you see the inside of the building that you just left.
Do we see Darren or anyone in the room?
No.
I like call out like, hello? Anyone there, old chum?
I mean, do you go through the door and
No, I do not go through the
I don't
door.
think we're gonna jump into any of these doors.
It's
Sorry,
not
I
that
just...
you're possibly certainly safe. Quote unquote safe.
Does the inside of the building look lived in? Like it's been used recently?
the building looks very similar. Go ahead and roll spot hidden.
Well, Al, I've been... I figured if at
Alright.
the very least see if we're still in danger in a way.
So-
Extreme.
You notice that there are some details to that building that you didn't notice before. The walls seem to be painted on a different color. Some of the furniture that was there looks a little different, mainly the style of the furniture. While the furniture on the building that you were before, it was a very comfortable style that it had. For example, the chairs, they had the cushion, and then they have wood around the cushion. This tables, chairs, and things like that you can see, they seem to have metal around it. Everything's surrounded by metal this time around.
Would it be something that looks
well, it looks. The building looks familiar, but it doesn't necessarily look the same as where you left.
Does do the chairs look like something Sydney has seen?
Just showing my backpack.
Not necessarily, no.
Alright, well, those are some. The walls are different, and that's metal, that's not wood around those chairs there.
However, this is not a place you've been before, obviously. And then what you really have to think about is the fact that obviously that device is bringing you wherever you travel from. So exactly in the same place, same coordinates, I guess. It's not bringing you to another place. So it's not going to bring you to the side of the street where you got kidnapped from.
Should we? I mean,
Well,
we wait a bit and see if anyone comes by, because it does seem kind of lived in. We can go in there and then go up on like somewhere we'd recognize if it was our home universe, and then try again, maybe.
well, that's the thing. Actually, did anyone actually lived in? Anyone here, I should clarify, actually lived in the place where that godforsaken cult was from?
That's what I'm thinking. We gotta go somewhere that.
Anything that just might be the thing. That just might be what the building originally looked like.
Right, that's what I'm
Where's the
thinking.
building at? Building's in like Arkham or something.
It's in Arkham.
Yep.
You said it's like here-ish, right, Mega?
Yes, in Arkham.
Then I probably would be working in this area. So that's the closest for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Who has a place near Arkham that they would recognize really well? If it was Arkham's house, maybe? We can try to move from there.
Hold on, let me double check my backstory. I don't want to say her name wrong.
I'm from Arkham.
I myself am not from there, but I have been staying at my friend's fiance's place, trying to work up the courage to actually give her the bad news.
Oh. Well, how long have you lived in that place you're living in now?
All my life.
Oh, the same building? Same apartment, or?
I haven't been to this place before, but I would recognize the town.
But what I'm saying is, what if we try to go through, and if it's not right, because I don't know that it will be. This chair's just gonna
Correct.
put me off. But if
And
we
then
go
we'll do
to-
like you did before and
Well-
sleep and try again.
Right, but what if we go to the place where your apartment was, so that when we come back, you would know if it's your apartment or not.
I agree. I concur with your statement. I think this is our best option.
Yeah,
What do you
I
think?
mean, it's
Yeah,
decent.
We can rest, like you told me, for the spell. I think this is our best viable. I don't know how the others feel. I feel this is our best viable option. Otherwise, we can open up to the bottom of seas. We can open up to the gates of hell and everything in between. This looks to me like the best option. How do you all feel about this?
Al agrees, and so do I. And so far, he seems to be the more rational of both of us. He called me out on my rather incessant yelling. But, actually...
You would have done the same. You would have done the same for me. So I do
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Can I do, like, my education or history, see if I might know anything from my background as a soldier, like what kind of institute this might be, in case it's like a psych ward or something like that?
No.
If it,
No, that's not gonna get you
Okay.
anything.
Okay, fair enough. I just figured I.
What? So it looks like an apartment building, right? You said? At least the one we saw from the outside. The other one seemed like an apartment building.
Well, you're not outside right now.
No, but when we were at the cult building before, you said it was looked like
Yes.
an apartment building from outside. Okay.
Yes. So, in that world, I guess Arkham was built right next to whatever you landed. So everything was not necessarily the same.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Does anyone know what would be in this place in our home? Like, does in our Arkham, what these buildings?
I think we should just have to. I think we just have to chance it.
I agree, but I'm just checking all the boxes while we can.
I don't think we should put our faith in some luck.
I think we should gather as much information as possible from here. See if we can figure out if it's the right place or not, and or as close as it can be. Get as close as we can, and then go somewhere that will know.
Well, Sydney, the way I look at this, it hasn't burned us. It doesn't appear to have any flowers eating anything. It doesn't seem to be the bottom of the ocean. This is the tamest place that we've tried, and we've been here. I don't know if anybody's keeping track of time, but
How many minutes has it been?
Go ahead and roll a 1d60, please.
we did know it was like 22 the last time.
4.
Okay, so it would have been 26 minutes.
Okay. But we don't know about the hour thing, do we?
Nope.
no, I guess not.
Yeah, so we don't know how the end works. If this thing has a cool down, like portal, we might not be able to use it for a while.
Well, do you want to take a chance on opening up a different door?
I'm just saying we should figure out as much as we can, because we know where we're going.
I think we're at the impasse.
Alright,
I believe so.
I think we can go through here, but I do want to see if we can, like, you've lived in Arkham your whole life, right? And so you
Yes.
pass by those streets. You know those streets well. Do you know what that building, it looked like an apartment building in the weird place that we just came from, but do you know what that building is in our Arkham?
Mega.
Yep.
I would not lie, and I would just tell her that's, a residential area or wherever I grew up and known the area. That's like Soho, or that's Melbourne, or that's downtown Miami. Or I would just tell her what I can remember and know of what I feel and I know as Arkham, where I have worked and lived most of my life.
Okay.
For me. And I'll give her that information to make her feel better.
Okay.
And that's all I can tell you. Until we try, and like I said, this is the calmest place that I've seen, we won't know. We can keep guessing. And we can keep opening doors, and we can keep getting hurt. I really feel very strongly about this place. And yeah, it still might not be the best, but with other places, this is the more tamer part. And I understand that you're checking off on all the boxes. And I'll leave it at that.
Alright. Now, if this is somewhat similar to our Arkham, do you know, like, where we can go to rest? How far your apartment will be from there?
Yes, I do.
What do you say we try to go through here and see where we go? How do y'all feel about that?
I can go first.
Yeah.
And you guys can wait or follow.
Well, actually,
I'm not
I have the
sure
ambulance, so
about
I can
the-
go through first.
Oh, I know the rules, but that's the way I presented it to the group.
Well, I said we just go on through.
Would
Chaps.
you like me to go first since I'm holding this artifact, so if anything happens, I can hopefully come back?
Can I hold your hand and
Who
walk
knows
through
in
with
which
you
part of
together?
the corridor you will come out of?
That's true. We should all go together, probably, but...
Yes, I'd rather not.
Let's in-
I'd rather
Lock
not
arms.
scarce. Yeah.
Alright.
You know, lock arms and walk through. That's what I'm going to suggest.
Yeah. Alright, everyone.
Let's, what's it called? The like, thing where you
Yeah.
put, the dance where you put the hands on the shoulders of the person in front of you.
Conga.
Conga, that's what it is. The
I was thinking more of like the you know,
Showgirls.
no, I was thinking more of like what the elementary schoolers would do, at least for my school. Like, all right, everyone, time for a train. Hold hands.
Yeah.
Like,
I
who's
agree.
With Sydney as the train leader.
Mhm.
Okay. And if I get
I wanna
burned
be the
immediately,
coal.
I'll stop and you'll know.
I'll be the coal engine.
And
All right.
I'll be the caboose.
There you go.
So,
I'll be rolling my eyes.
where to?
All right, everybody ready?
Yeah, choo choo, motherfucker.
Ready? Is everybody ready? If so,
Yeah.
Sydney,
Yeah.
please step forward.
Alright,
Never.
step through.
All right. So you guys get off, and the door shuts. Once the door shuts, you notice that the amulet continues glowing for a little while. So ultimately, you start looking around. And you see that the building doesn't look very much the same as before. Right? That the dimensions of the building have not changed, but obviously the furniture and things that you see on the building have changed. It looks more like an apartment building than anything else. Go ahead and roll luck.
Ooh.
Should
Any
it
of
be
you.
Fergus 'cause he opened the door?
Like the luck of the Irish.
Hold on.
Is that why you gave him such high luck? That's so funny.
I wish. No, it's just like, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, I need a luck roll, please.
Does somebody want me to roll luck or what?
Yes.
I mean, I can do it. If whoever. It doesn't matter.
I'm willing to do it, but I didn't want to roll.
Or
luck.
spot hidden, either or.
Oh,
Spot
Fergus,
hidden.
you wanna do it? You got too much luck. Well, I'll do it.
All right. So there doesn't seem to be anybody home, although in the apartment that you guys are in, it looks definitely like somebody lives there. If you look through the windows, somebody said that we're looking through the windows.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, you. So you will notice that there's cars going by. There's just people walking.
Well, like I said, attempt to look around, look for clues. Using spot hidden, I'll try to pick up any clues
Okay.
that I can.
Oh, yeah,
Is the sun yellow?
No, the sun
But
seems
I
to be
know
yellow.
it's normal.
The sun seems to be yellow. There's people just walking by. Nothing seems to be giving you an idea that this might not necessarily be your world yet.
Okay. So with the people dressed the way they are, is it of my time? Is it like suits that would be normal back
Yep.
in that age period? Okay. And
Oh, actually, you said it was January, right?
Yep.
There's snow.
Yep.
in
So you will see snow.
in the Boston area. Okay.
Yeah, because I remember that in the last place there was no snow.
Yeah, no, you will definitely
Yeah.
see some snow this time around. So,
All right. Well,
what do you guys want to do?
I think
my question, my quick question is, if it's an apartment, most people have photographs and pictures. So of course I'm going to look into the walls. I would use the bathroom and count how many toothbrushes. That's the way I would do
Okay.
to look around.
Go ahead and count.
So I'm trying to get a.
Go ahead and roll a
trying to get
1d2.
A 1d2. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. 1d2. 1d2. Here we go.
You see that there's 2 toothbrushes. There's pictures of a couple here and there.
Huh? Okay. Okay.
But nobody necessarily that you know.
Okay. Well, I will announce to the group this is somebody I don't know.
Actually, let's make it even more interesting. The person on the picture is actually Darren. There's a picture of Darren that is with a lady. There's pictures of Darren with a lady.
I pick up the picture and then I hold it to the group and I say, "Look."
Oh,
Fergus, you knew Darren, right?
Yeah.
Do you recognize? Does this look like him? Like how he normally is?
I look. Does it look like he's wearing normal clothes?
Yep, he's wearing normal clothes. And he has a very similar haircut that he normally has.
Actually, that looks about right. And he would be hanging out with a random woman too.
Is he a player? Is he like a
Partier. He goes to bars, goes to brothels, goes to
This seems a little too. Maybe I'm wrong, but doesn't this seem pretty homey for someone who presumably has he settled down? Is he with someone? Because it seems to be sharing an apartment with someone.
Okay, this is weird because he'd only travel overseas just for partying, and he wouldn't settle down here.
Well, maybe in this time or this place, he has. And that's what we're going to find interesting, my friend. But that's just my idea.
So it's probably
Did he
not
like
our
music?
place, but
Did he like music?
Yeah.
Did he play any instruments? Maybe we'll find a piano here. A lute.
No,
flute.
he didn't play instruments.
well, if he said he was
So
a
unfortunate.
He played the beer bottle.
well, Fergus, as you say, he played the beer bottle. Could the furniture be a result of him not wanting to buy any more furniture?
That would be something.
Well,
At this
As
point,
you
I believe we
guys-
should just keep on walking.
I'm gonna go home. That's what I'm gonna do.
yeah, let's go there. See what's going on.
At
Let's
this
live
point,
out.
I believe we should.
We are trespassing, so
Yeah.
All right. So you guys, are you guys getting out of the building?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. So you guys get out of the building. You see that it is not snowing outside. However, it's kind of chilly, actually. It has snowed recently. Right now, it will be the same exact time as whenever you left, which I'm assuming it would have been in the morning. So right now will be anywhere between 9 and 10 in the morning. Go ahead and roll a 1d20.
Alright, I'll roll that. I like rolling dice, and that's a 4.
Okay. So far, we're going to go ahead and say that about 34 minutes have passed. And when you go outside, you just notice how people just walk. There's women walking with men. They're holding them by the arm, walking around. Everything seems very normal.
Can I do a spot hidden just to make sure, like, maybe if I see Liliana by chance?
Seem
Um,
like a little too PDA.
mm, nah, 2 PDA, not necessarily. I mean, it would have been with the times, you know. Back then, women used to, you know, hold men or other women by the arm, you know, walk that way. Um, but ultimately, yeah, you can go ahead and roll spot hidden if you want. See if you see your significant other walking around.
Yeah.
Nope.
Damn.
All right. So
Wait, no, I put that in hard. God damn it. I keep doing that. There we go. Christ.
okay. So as you're getting out of the building, you look across the street and you do see her walk by. She just happens to get out of a store of a general store that happens to be across the street, and making a turn towards her left, and starts walking. When you look, you get the idea that she's probably going to your home.
I believe we have well, lads and lady. I believe we have a chance. I see Liliana right over there. Quick. As I I look across the street, run across Liliana,
And
calling her out.
and she turns around and go ahead and roll luck, please. Okay.
Oh my god, yes!
She says, John, oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in such a long time. How are you? I mean, it's been what, since college that we haven't seen each other, at least?
Yes, and then in his head, he's playing along with it, but he never went to college with this woman. Yes, it's been fine. How have you been?
Oh well, I've been great. I just happened to get out of the store. I came for some supplies. I was gonna cook. I was gonna start getting lunch ready for my husband and my kids.
What's his name? That's lovely to hear.
Oh, his name is Tony. Anthony McCarthy, actually.
Well, that's lovely to hear. Well, I'm sorry for stopping you for such a late time.
It is no problem. Granted that it's not very well looked at for me to just be talking to a gentleman by myself on the road, but I am sure my husband will have no problem receiving you at home where we can catch up if you want.
No nonsense. I'm afraid I'm only be staying for the night. I'm afraid. Just taking a good old tour of the state and whatnot. Well, it's been fun catching up with you, but I do have some business to take care of while I'm here. So have a lovely night and give Anthony my best regards.
Oh well, thank you very much. I definitely will, and I have to say I always think about how good friends we were. I definitely think we got lucky that the war never happened. But things could have gone really bad. It was nice to meet you, and she leaves.
Yeah, it was good to see you again.
And she turns around and she starts walking.
Yeah, and so do I, and I'm like...
Which war?
Well, I mean, that is a very fun question.
Well,
I mean, There's been tons in just 1800s alone. Let
How?
alone talking about the 20th century.
So, okay, we're in 1924. How old approximately does,
John is 30.
30, okay, so college days would have been like, so...
10 years ago.
Yeah, 10, 12 years ago.
1910.
So around the time that, Big Boy War was happening, ish.
Yeah.
Yep. So we can say that
I kn-
World War One
Yeah.
possibly never happened.
Or the Great War, you should say.
Yep.
Holy crap. Am I still part British now?
No.
Bloody hell, I never went to college with her. I was born across the pond.
So
Newspaper.
what do you guys
get
want
that.
to do?
I want to get a newspaper.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Okay. You
on
get a
bench,
newspaper.
just sitting down.
You get a newspaper, and obviously, other than the date and the day of the week, unless you're looking for anything more specific, you will have to roll for it.
I just wanted a general headline, see anything that was going on, because my next move would be.
Okay.
Or just the day,
So
honestly.
general headline. Give me just a second. I will tell you a general headline. Just a moment. All right. So the moment. Okay. So the headline says President Cox approves new amendment to allow women the right to vote.
Oh, really? Okay. It's time for me to start writing in notes.
More and more, however, slavery is at no end.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Oh, fuck.
there was a
Okay.
James Cox
Oh,
is
I
actually
was
the
Boston.
James Cox is actually
Yeah.
the Democratic Party guy that didn't really win the election, but he won it this time, so he is pro-slaverism.
Yeah.
Hold on. Right, I say at this point we go somewhere a bit more familiar for us to.
What was the name again? John?
James Cox. In your reality, Warren Harding
Yeah.
would have been the president.
Warren Harding, yeah.
I dare say we should go somewhere a bit more familiar. Fergus, you said you lived here?
I said I worked here.
Let's go somewhere where one of you live. I certainly don't.
Okay. So, where do you guys want to go? You tell me.
I want to go home.
Well, why don't we just do that? Go to your home.
Well, right after that,
I don't think that would be a very good idea.
that happening.
In this kind of environment, I wouldn't have a home because I would not be able to hold property.
Oh.
Ergo, I
But we are-
don't have a home. I would have an owner.
I just.
Well, no, we are in Massachusetts, so maybe.
Who knows? Maybe the North got even better than only
He
one
takes
way
a
to
deep
put it
breath.
out.
At this point, at this point, we might as well just go there, even if it isn't, because when we do go use that device,
Then you
we
recognize
can
your place.
exactly. We'll be able to recognize it much easier.
Yeah, I just need to know where are you guys going exactly? Whose place?
I will take the lead then, and I will lead him to where I believe my home was.
All right. So you guys start walking, and soon enough, you get to your place. As you walk, you definitely pass by streets and roads that they seem very familiar to you, but you do notice subtle differences. Certain size, certain signs of different colors than you used to remember them. Maybe buildings painted in a different color, doors of different colors or different designs. Nothing nothing too big, of course, but subtle differences.
Okay.
Eventually you get to your home. What do you do?
I stand outside. Oh no, go ahead. You go ahead.
Is there anything relatively private where we can still see his home? Because that way we don't necessarily look like freaks, all like holding hands, and all of a sudden disappear.
Well, I don't know if we. I feel like Interior would tell us best now. What is your, so like, this having, asking, what does it look like? Is it an apartment? Like, what kind of house is it?
It's a house. It's a Tudor type home. It's got a nice fence to it. I mean, it's pretty modest, of course. It's not anything ostentatious. It looks like it has been built maybe 10 years ago. Um, I'll go ahead and roll your luck.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
So as you're standing outside with the rest of the group, suddenly you hear a voice saying, "Excuse me." And
Is it something I recognize before I turn around?
yes, most definitely.
Okay. I'll slowly turn around.
Turn around and you see that a lady dressed on a maid's outfit. She's carrying some groceries. She's coming back in the house. She looks at you and says, "Oh my goodness! Al! How? What are you doing here? How is this possible?"
Is it somebody I recognize that I can call by name?
Yes, definitely. This would have been hold on, let me see if you have a lady love interest.
Bernice.
Vernice. Okay. So this would have been Vernice. Yeah. She'd say, "It's me, Bernice. You
Well,
don't
how are
recognize
you?
me." How am I? Well, I guess you can say I'm fine. What happened to you? How how, how are you here? When did you make it here?
What do you mean?
What are you, did they hit you in the head that hard at the farm where you used to work? I mean,
What farm?
you don't remember? that ultimately,
No.
oh my goodness. But, well, ultimately, remember that we were together, and then after President Cox got elected about 4 years ago, you felt very, very strongly that you just couldn't deal with all the slaves, the slaverism, and everything else that was going on. So you decided to take it upon yourself to go down south and fight. And and last time I heard, they captured you, and you were sold, and you were currently working at a farm. And how did you escape? How did you manage to get here? Did you
was
make enough
an
money to buy
event.
your freedom?
It was an event that I would love to sit down and tell you about because I need to write a book. How are things here now?
Well, they're not they're not easy. They're definitely not the best. I mean,
Understandable.
President Cox has made things a lot more complicated for us.
Okay. Is there a place where I can hide out for just maybe a couple of days?
Hide out?
Place
Hide from
close
what?
to get my wits together since I just got back into town.
Well, go ahead and roll luck.
Oh, here we go, please. No.
Well,
I see
unfortunately,
points.
I don't know anywhere right now. I will let you come in the house, but the patrons are in the house, and
Yes.
they're not necessarily
Understandable.
gonna find it
I understand.
very
And
okay.
everybody knows me here.
Yeah, what
Um,
I would, but you know what? If you're around, maybe we can talk about it tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off, so we can meet somewhere if you want, and we can talk.
hey, do you remember that little uh, colored diner? Um, I can't remember the name, but it's off of East Street. Could we meet there? Is it safe?
Um, well, no, that diner's not there anymore.
Oh, oh dear. Oh dear, dear
Um,
me.
no, but we can
Where's a safe
meet.
place to meet?
Well, there's some speakeasies that we can meet at. Ultimately, that's where that's where we
Mm-hmm.
end up, congregating.
Maybe I can tickle the ivories there while we
Maybe, yeah.
get a
Two
drink.
blocks down, there's one there. Um, I will offer you a drink if my patron wasn't home, but
I understand.
unfortunately, we in order for us to be safe, we just gotta congregate safely and in secret.
So, is there a certain word or phrase that I would have to use once the little door opens up? By just seeing me,
No,
I
not
know it's
really.
not.
No. All
Okay,
once as long as you look the part, you can make it in. She says.
okay.
Not that any of your friends will be able to go in, but
No, I
you
understand.
would.
Yes, they're sympathizers, so yes, I understand. But I'll find you there. When's the best time?
We can meet
Afternoon,
there at
morning?
whenever you want to. You want to meet there at noon?
Just before noon.
All right. Well, how about
But
11?
I gotta find a place. 11 sounds perfect.
All right. Well, I'll see you
11
tomorrow.
it.
And she
See
walks
you
in.
then. We need to get out of here. Well, I do.
I really don't like this stuff.
We're gonna have to rest, just like you taught me.
Yes, but I also don't think that stick around very safe. Ridiculous safe. far from the edge of town are we?
How
I
far
tell
from
her
the
how far from the edge
from
of
the
town that
edge
I
of town?
remember.
I want to say about a mile, mile and a half.
Alright, yeah, just a half an hour walk, yeah.
But I have some camping gear if you're willing to stick it in the woods for a bit.
Might as well.
I don't know how people are gonna. This place seems incredibly unsafe.
No, shit, no.
Cindy just gestures up and down herself and like points to her short hair and like her pants. I don't know if it's unsafer here for me either, so. I mean, sure, voting is wonderful, but I don't know how this culture has been.
To women?
Yeah, I don't know how this presidency and all that has. I don't know if people are gonna take kindly to my appearance.
Al, go ahead and roll spot hidden. Thank you very much.
Here we go.
And I don't know if they're gonna take kindly to our group being together.
All right. You notice that
Oh, yeah.
about
Mixed.
half a block there's a cop walking down the street casually towards your direction.
I'm going to go immediately to evade. I'm not going to say anything else to them. I'm just going to start walking away because in real life, I've played this game before. So.
Sydney will follow immediately.
Okay.
Might as
she
well.
gets the memo. She's been in this position before, so yeah.
All
Might as
right.
well keep on
Yeah,
So,
walking tall.
where are you guys going now?
Anywhere but
Slowly and
anybody.
happily running away.
To the woods. Sydney does have camping gear.
Okay.
She's like literally an outdoors woman, so she's gonna.
All right. So you head towards the outside of town. You get to the outside of town. You notice that it's not too bad, other than the temperature is not necessarily the best, but ultimately it's not really bad.
Okay.
I'm assuming that you set up camp. Go ahead and roll a 1d20 again.
I guess.
Anybody?
11.
Good job.
All right.
Right in the middle.
So right now we're definitely going to assume that it has been over an hour and 10 minutes since you guys arrived. You notice that the medallion doesn't shine anymore.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, if we had gotten a place we could have privately popped out of existence, that would have been nice, but not in the middle of the street.
Well, we were taking out of character. We were taking too much damage, and people were losing sanity points. And when I felt semi-comfortable, that's the reason why I kind of put my foot down and said, "Hey, this is the best place." Yeah, but I knew it was probably not going to be the best place.
Yeah.
But at least we can rest here and try again. And
So
hopefully
now we
it
have to
will.
go camping. But hey.
Hey,
that's what
you
Timmy
know what?
does.
It's better than being on that burning planet, bottom of the ocean.
Oh, for
There's
sure,
other option with. Could you imagine camping with a bunch of flowers trying to eat you? Okay.
This is better than that, at least.
Yes. This is hopefully something we can deal with. Hopefully. So let's see what the keeper has for us.
All right.
Well then.
So right now it will be around 1 o'clock, I guess, 1 p.m. So what's the plan?
What do you guys want to do?
Well, maybe if we can get a time where your Bernice, I think you called her, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miss Bernice.
That, yeah, it's familiar to me.
mad for a second. Maybe if we can find out a time when patrons supposedly are home, then we can get inside the house and then go from there.
I think it would be better if I go to the speakeasy tonight and just poke around a little bit.
Alone? I mean, I know you gotta go alone, but like.
Yeah, I'll be among my peers. I will be fine.
Well, then,
Should
one
we
last thing
stand
is,
by somewhere, like outside, in case something happens? Like not like near
Well,
it, but like across the street.
Since you do kind of pass like a boy, even though you got fair skin,
I mean, yeah, with
We
the coat
should
on, I can do
back
that.
the.
you would have a better chance on being more welcome because you're less threatening because they can see you're a female.
They,
White males would not be good.
well, yeah, for sure. I may not be color, but I do have my own circumstances. So
Well,
I'm not welcome among
I can understand.
welcome for normal variety.
So, more than likely, you'll be welcomed with open arms because you're more like us.
That would be ideal.
Disadvantage?
But I can't say I'm betting on it because even with disparaging groups, there's always conflict.
Well,
There,
we won't know
Daniel
till we try.
had an idea.
This is true. Oh, that's
I saw that. I saw that. That is up to the that's up to the keeper. I will tell him. I don't know if you want me to make an intelligent roll
No, not
because
yet.
things are of course different.
Well, no, you
I
already
will
know
tell
that
him.
things are different. You don't need an intelligence roll for that.
Right. So whether I think it's abandoned or occupied, I'll mention certain spots. I'll even be willing to draw him a map in the mud or in the dirt.
I have a book if you wanna like a journal.
Well, maybe. Let's just see what the others say. Since this is a group consensus.
Makes sense.
well, I'm quite fine with that. I'm
Okay.
more concerned about how we got here, so to say. We did what we thought was right, but I think we forgot one vital thing.
And what was that, sir?
Why, ourselves. We know there are others.
Oh,
We just were focusing on the ones we lost that we care for.
Well, I'm somewhere down south, maybe in Alabama, Mississippi, working
No,
hard
no,
on a
no.
farm.
I could be
I'm-
anywhere if I
No,
learned to
no,
travel
no.
here.
No, the ones that drugged us, I'm afraid. They're the ones who.
In our original?
Exactly. We find them, we think of them with the ones we care for.
Okay.
I just don't,
They're in town.
that might be good, but I just don't know that we know them all that well.
All right. So Jake,
We don't.
Jake, are you gonna go? I'm sorry to interrupt, but Jake, are you gonna go to Darren's again?
I'm partially thinking of it as a place to rest. Possible place to rest.
Okay.
Sounds
Well,
good.
you just gotta tell me if you want to go there or not.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to bring it up.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. I think it's good. And
Yeah.
we can all convene back here at 8 o'clock in the morning. How about
Yeah,
that?
and get ready for the, play so that actually
I would.
while we're doing that, hold on, I'll be right back.
I would
Sure.
say this is a place we don't know well. If we can avoid splitting into groups of smaller than two, that would be ideal.
Yes, but if Al is going to a diner, we'll need to make sure our money is good. Don't want that situation again.
That's right. It probably isn't, given that the president is different and the war never happened. I
Not necessarily. As long as we use the right bills, so to say.
Old
Never-
enough money, maybe.
Precisely.
Wait, who has any money that's older than 10 years?
I don't think anybody does. That's the reason why I was going to go to the speakeasy, because I was going to volunteer to play. I know I can make money. I know the music of my people,
Once again, I'm just saying. Last time I almost died.
but it won't be until this evening.
Right. Well, I have 38 on me. But,
Isn't that from a different place? Different universe? Oh no,
Yeah.
that's from original one?
yes. Actually, this could actually help. This, as I hold up the bill, could help us out even more. We know we want a place that accepts this money. We want a place where these duplicates took us from. And finally, the ones we care for.
I think that's a very good plan, but I don't think the money's going to do us any good because it's from a different time and a different place. But maybe you have other ideas, because if you turn it in, it's going to be. What was that? Milk. Go ahead.
No,
Explain it.
so as we discovered that we need to think of the place where we want to go. After all, I wanted to burn down those bloody flowers, and look what happened to my hand.
So
and then
it was you.
after,
Interesting.
yes, well, I hate those damn things. All right.
Okay.
Listen.
Fair enough.
So if we think of one, the place where our money is good. 2, our duplicates that took us, and 3, the ones who are in danger. If we think of those 3 things, all in relatively sequence, we should be able to go back.
That sounds all well and good, but what about here and now? Until we can reach, until that flower recharges or whatever, the crystal. What about until then? How are we going to survive?
The best we bloody well can, I suppose.
Right.
I can survive and I can move forward for us in the wilderness for a while. I've got some stable foods as well, and we got some more from last universe. But
I'll stay behind and watch, help you if need be.
We
Don't want to get it caught off guard by any other unsavory rabbits of all things.
Yeah, I'm gonna search a perimeter, make sure we're doing all right. And I say we have 3 people who are armed currently, right? So if anyone's gotta go low, we should get one of the guns. But if possible, maybe we can just do a group of 2 and a group of 3. We don't have that many places we gotta be. I can just unmake camp and we can come back, meet up, maybe. I don't know, because I mean it's hard to get out here anyway. So if you don't know the way through the woods with the trail markers and all, then
Yeah. I say whoever is going. I say if anyone is going out there, you'll have to lead them back at the very least.
Makes sense.
Well, I'm willing to stay behind is what I'm saying. I don't really want to get caught off guard by Liana again.
it's around like 1 p.m. You said, Mega, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he last that.
Well, we can take a bit to rest because it seems like our plans aren't. Well, the things we gotta do, right?
Yeah. Yes. At this point, the rest. Our friend Al here, while being escorted, goes to the speakeasy.
Speakeasy.
Yes, get some money and supplies. While 2 of us stay here and keep camp.
Well, didn't someone want to go to Darren's house? You want to go to Darren's, right, Fergus? You said
I
something about
just
that?
wanted to check if it's safe to.
Isn't that know where
Well.
we came from? Or,
Well, I mean, there's a place to rest. I don't
Oh.
mean.
Oh, well, I mean, we're far enough out that I wouldn't necessarily recommend starting a campfire because of smoke and all and stuff. And I, wouldn't recommend going out too far from the camp because anything wild might come be attracted to it. Same with food. We make sure food scraps are. I'll teach you all this later when we get to it. But like,
Yeah, I'll just basically I'll stay behind if one of you is willing to give me the shotgun or a gun.
I mean, I don't know if we need to. Why don't we just all go? Right? Because I can always make camp anywhere outside. Doesn't have to be here.
What does the group want to do as a whole?
I just don't want to waste any more bloody time. Just
I think we gotta rest tonight, right?
Yeah, I
Are
just
you
don't.
dead set on going out tonight, or can we go tomorrow? Because then if we rest tonight and then go tomorrow, when we're feeling a little better, we can have the three white men, not anywhere near the speakeasy, but like a block away or something, and then you and I can.
But if we're gonna rest, once we rest, then we're ready to go. We don't have to do anything here. That's the point.
Well, we gotta find a place that we'll be familiar with heading back, Because if we're looking through the door, right, we want to go somewhere we're gonna know.
Yes, we were. Yeah,
That's the
we
whole
were
problem.
in. Yes,
So,
we were in
we gotta find
Darren's place.
Yeah.
So-
Do you know what Darren's place looks like in our universe where it is?
There are these places over in Ireland.
Alright, well, that's answers. I don't know that. Well, what if we talk to Bernice and see if we can find a time when the patrons aren't around and we can go.
That won't be until tomorrow.
Right, but we gotta rest anyway, so why don't we do that first?
Right. We can do that.
We
But I
rest,
still-
go to the speakeasy, talk to Bernice, and
Mm-hmm.
and
No,
then
that sounds good.
if we can go in the house, then we can try and convince her that the others are safe as well. Or first, I guess you could try and convince her that I'm safe, and then just excuse ourselves to a private room, and we're out. Maybe wherever your
I see what you're
bedroom is, the room you would know most well in your house.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. But it's no longer my house, but I still get your point. I understand.
If we're just guests, though, all we need is a moment where no one's looking to get out, right?
Yes. Yes, I understand.
Assuming this amulet works, which I sure hope it does.
It's been doing so far so good.
Yes.
So off to Darren's, you guys go?
Wait, aren't we just resting here in the camp together?
I don't know.
Are you all right with that? It's only one night. If we really gotta go back to town, we gotta go back to town. But
Yeah, I myself, out of
Okay with it.
character. Yeah, out of character. John is fine roughing it. He's a soldier. He's had worse. I just
Hey,
if we just rest, maybe use Darren's connection with Bernice as a way hey, let's go inside and visit and then when she's off to do a random chore or something, we can use the amulet the device if we were able to.
something like that, yeah, basically.
Yeah, because then Darren will be able to recognize it while we think of all three things: the money, our loved ones, and the duplicates that are abductors, for the lack of a better term. That makes sense to everyone?
Yeah, that sounds good. I think we have a bit of a plan.
yeah.
All right. So, where to?
I think the plan is we're gonna rest the night in the woods, and then in the morning, name's Al and Sydney. Everyone's gonna go into town, right? We'll leave Fergus, Daniel, and John like a block from the speakeasy. Then Sydney and Al will go, or Sydney will attempt to, but Al at the very least will go to the speakeasy and talk to Bernice, and then try to find a time when the patrons are out that we can maybe visit the house and hopefully get all 5 of us in. Find a time when Bernice and we're just alone in like a room that in our universe the equivalent Al would be able to recognize very well, and then move out with the portal.
Okay. All right, so you guys are pretty much just passing time until tomorrow then? Skipping.
Well, actually, there's a problem with your plan. See, speakeasies are usually open at night only, not during the day.
Wait, but she made plans with you to meet there the following
Doesn't
morning.
mean that means that could have meant that she just was going to meet me on the outside, still drawing attention.
And I mean, as long as we're going somewhere out of the way, it shouldn't matter too much, right? I'm sure
I would disagree.
I mean,
Because
I think
the
you're
way
right.
that the Jim Crow laws work, if you have more than 2 Negroes, you have trouble. So that's the reason why during Jim Crow laws, unless it was nighttime, you
Not
would
been worse.
all the maids. Yeah, true. Now, like when you get on buses, there was only colored buses, and if it was mixed transport, all the blacks had to stay in the back, all whites had to stay in the front. It was that way all the way up until I went to the United States Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Because I can remember that shit.
That's what they're.
So, yeah, it was just the way it was
Yeah.
back in late 70s.
And we're in the 20s, with like a slave
I know.
president, so.
I know. That's the reason why I'm saying, without drawing too much attention,
Right. Well,
during the morning and the day, all the mammies are going to be
mean-
getting on buses or taking taxis, doing things. At night,
why
that's
is
when
she,
the clan was operating.
Right, but why is she saying that, like, you should meet during the day?
It would be, well, just to
It
meet up
must-
during the day.
It must
We're
be
gonna have a
safe
quick
enough,
conversation.
Right?
No.
Yeah. Well,
No.
not okay, but comparatively, if she said, "Hey, it's my day off. Let's meet during the day," she knows this universe, right? She knows exactly what the laws are. So it could be just as dangerous day or night, and the speakeasy may not be open, but at least we'll be able to meet her because we need her to be able to even get into the house in the first place, right? And if we want to make sure that we don't have to be
The only
near it.
part,
We could be. We don't
you
have
don't
to be-
actually have to be in the house too. There's all different types of options. But if you guys think that's the way it is, I'll go with you. I want to tell you from what, as a character, Al would experience and what he is comfortable with.
If
and
you're
what
not
he's
comfortable
willing
with
to
it, we don't have to do it.
Yeah, all right.
You're the reason we're saying, hey, we gotta go in the house is because that.
No, I get it.
You have the best.
It's a
chance to
safer
recognize-
place to get out.
Well, not.
But there's
not
pros and cons to that. There's pros and cons to that. Because if
Well-
we open up the door, we get there, and it's the right place, or maybe it's the wrong place again. You know, I don't have a correct answer, and I don't think anybody does too.
right.
So
If
we'll
it's
just
a
do our
place
best.
you're spending several hours out of the day, and you've done that most of your life, I feel like you're the one who's most likely to recognize if something's off. That's why I'm saying that, we find a familiar place to be in. That
Yeah,
makes
or-
not familiar here. But it's
Yeah,
not
or-
just being safe, it's about being familiar.
Yeah, or at the very least be in a place that's still recognizable and relatively safe, like in an alleyway near your job site or something. Or
That would be
house.
more permissible,
That
because
was-
then we're not compromised by being actually in the home like what we did.
Okay, yeah,
That's
so
what I'm saying. That's
as
what
long,
I'm
okay.
saying.
as long
I think it's a
you're-
disaster for recipe for disaster.
It is. Anyway, you know,
Yeah, I'll
or
ju-
you think you know well enough that
you
Yeah.
can spot a difference. That's what matters.
I'll
Yeah.
rest because it's 1 p.m. now, and I'll wait until it's dark. That's a few hours. And
Yeah,
then I'll
good.
go out. And ask
Yeah,
around.
get a nice 8-hour rest. It'll be 9. Yeah,
Okay,
perfect.
Yeah,
so
that
the
sounds good.
plan is to try and find a place tonight, or
Mhm.
after we rest. Okay. So are we all going back into town? Because if we find a place, we can just leave.
We can just camp here. Like you
Right,
said.
The question is, when are we? Are we going back into town to and then coming back to camp, or are we going into town, finding a familiar place, and then getting out of there? Because the sooner we can get out, the better, right?
Yeah. At this point, I'm just trying to think rationally of and you've actually going to Speakeasy to get maybe some quick change so we can get some actual food and supplies with the money here. That way we don't have to run the risk of just a Sydney's traps not working, or
Right.
God forbid come across killer bunny flowers.
Well,
Yeah.
if we have, we can do a little bit of resting in shifts, kind of, right? Because we have 5 people. So
Yeah.
if we have 2 people up for I don't know, we need an 8-hour rest, right? So
Yeah.
Fully,
One person for every 2 hours, basically.
yeah, but if you say we have 2 is the problem. Because having one, if they miss something, then But either way, right? If we just we get to do rest, and then if we're going, I feel like if we're trying to find, maybe going during the day is better, because if you have the light of the sun outside, like looking into an alley, right? Because the way this is me talking out of character, but in character too-ish, is we're trying to find a place that we can look at and be like, this is different, or this is exactly the same, right? So maybe an alley where there's a specific graffiti that you remember, or something like that.
Or maybe like a half a mile from the whole town, where we can observe things from a distance of safety. That's what I will suggest. Not literally in town.
I mean,
Half a
I'm
mile
just
from
trying
town.
to. I don't know. We just might end up in another shitty universe if we really don't know the place. This is Gamble World and we're gonna have to
Yep, you're absolutely right. But I'd rather be half a mile outside of town instead of a town that's hostile. That's all I'm saying.
I do know a place outside town.
Okay.
Where there's a specific marking on the trees that Virginia and I left.
Okay.
But that's
Then-
about as
then we
specific
should-
as I can get around here.
Then I'm comfortable with that.
It should only be about should be about 30-minute walk if we just go.
That's fine.
south.
No, that's good. No,
If we
that's
wanna,
really good.
If we want to camp and then go down there, see if the markings are the exact same, because if they are,
We can do that now. We can do that now.
and if there's none here, because I know the tree, it's a big fucking gnarled oaky thing, and it's and there's 2 pine
All right,
trees.
group.
I'll
All right, group. Do you want to do that? I think that's fine. How do you guys feel about it?
Sounds reasonable enough.
Okay, there's 1 vote.
I'm up for it.
Jake's up for it. There's 2. Just need to hear another voice. Okay, going once, going twice. We're gonna do that as a group.
Are the other 2 people alright with that?
2 other people are right. 1 person hasn't spoken yet, but
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I had to help with the dogs.
no, I figured you were busy, so we're
Yeah,
gonna
still.
follow her, and we'll see if the tree's the same, Mega, and go from there, and then
Yeah.
get some rest.
All right, you guys are ready?
Are we?
Yeah,
resting
we're
and then
finally
going, or
we're
going
finally
then resting?
we're finally done. Yes.
Okay,
The
so
question is, are we going then resting, or resting then going?
Going while it's light out would be better. Otherwise, you can borrow my pen torch, my flashlight.
Alright, let's go. Let's set up camp, and then rest for a few hours, and then
Sounds
before
good.
it gets too dark, we'll
because having the sun is better generally for seeing stuff. So then we can head out. But it won't be a full 8 hours, but it'll be a start. Actually, we don't know how long the cooldown on this thing is. Does the ambulance? Actually, I don't even know if Sydney would know. So yeah, let's head. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So then the consensus was that you guys are resting and then tomorrow just going. Is that it?
Are we
Yeah.
rest? Okay, so we rest in the night, the day and the night, because then we have plenty of time for people to do watches, right? If we have a full afternoon and night, and then in the morning we can go. How about that?
Yeah, in the morning, go after getting some supplies so we don't starve.
I mean, we have food from the last place. We have non-perishables, remember?
Right.
That's if they crossed over. We don't know if it works or not.
I
Is
mean,
it poisonous
are they
now?
in my
I mean, it's all-
backpack?
I don't know. You'll have to ask the
Are
kid.
they mega?
No, the food will be in the same way.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good.
I also have a
Good.
whole bunch of rice that Sydney carries around for emergencies too. She has like a big bag of rice that's like for emergency food.
All
She
right.
also knows
So
lunch and stuff.
you guys head over to the speakeasy.
Wait, what?
Is that? I thought that's what you guys were doing.
No, we're resting.
Right. But we're.
Are
I'm
we
assuming.
heading to the speakeasy or are we heading to the tree? What's the plan?
I think we rested, is what Mega's saying, and then now going since it's an appropriate time. Am I
Right.
Am
So
I getting the right?
time will forward. We'll fast forward,
Okay.
and then it's the
We
next
all get our
day.
magic points and one
Yes.
HP back?
Yes.
So 1 HP and full magic.
Yeah. All right. So, again, you guys are heading towards the speakeasy.
I thought heading towards the big oak.
What?
Pass. That's pass. We've already done that.
Wait, did we do that or not? Is the marking there? I'm very
did.
confused.
Mega.
Yep.
We have camped at her and her beloved's old camping grounds.
Yeah, I know.
We wanna
I know that.
Is,
That's
is the mark still there? Is what she's asking.
one mark.
And are the trees the same? So the reason she let them there is because around here, the way that City and Virginia find each other when they're camping separately is they have specific like coded markers, basically.
Oh.
Trail markers.
No, there wouldn't be a mark over there.
Trees. No car. No me. Okay, but that might actually be a good indicator because that's very recent. Like not super recent, but it's like a year and a half ago it would have been at this point, if that.
Right.
And
Yeah, it'll be
very specific
relative.
to Sydney and Virginia. So if they came here, that's a good start.
Yeah. We
All
could
right.
also that, and we could also come across another Sydney.
Yeah, we
Touching.
might come and keep Sydney carving it into the tree as we look through the door.
All right. So, you guys are done camping. You pack all your stuff up, and you head towards the speakeasy. You walk about half
So
a
Are
mile.
we actually going to the speakeasy though? Is that
Yes.
is that the plan? Okay.
You walk
Yeah, and
about
then
half a
just-
mile, and you get to the speakeasy. Do me a favor, everybody mute yourselves.
Understood.
Thank you. You get to the speakeasy, and I think her name was. I'm sorry. What did you say her name was?
Bernice.
Vernice. Right. So Vernice is there, and she says, "Oh my God, you showed up!" And she gets close to you and she grabs you by the hand, and she says, "It's so good that you came. Did you come alone?"
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to hit the button.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm glad that you came along because I really wanted to talk to you. You know, you see, I work as a maid, and you know how hard life it is for us. It's it's not easy. Especially I know that it's not easy. That I know that you know that it's not easy because um you're the number one person that actually left to go to the south to fight even after I implored you not to. Do you remember we were together and then you just said that you just couldn't help yourself not to go do something about it and you left. And then I was so brokenhearted and ultimately I was it was pretty rough to be able to survive. No, not to mention that, but luckily I was able to find the job that I have now, which this gentleman, Mr. Tom Johnson, he he ultimately hired me, gave me a place to live, and granted that I'm not a slave, but I don't enjoy a lot of freedom. But the good news is that I've been working there for quite a while now, and it's been almost 3 years, and I have to say I really hated you for the longest time, but I got over it. I got over it. I finally forgave you, and I always thought, what would I do if I ever seen you again? How would I act? I'm not gonna deny that it was very, very surprising when I saw you, and a lot of feelings came back. But then, the crazy thought came to my head. Well, what am I gonna do now? Are we gonna get back together? Are we going to be together? Are you just gonna throw away everything you worked for after he just left you? And what's stopping him from leaving you again? So ultimately, I I did what it was best for me, in the same way that you did what it was best for you years ago when you left. I ultimately looked for myself, looked for number one, in the same way that you taught me how to do it. So
So what have you done?
that day, I went inside and I mentioned to my boss, who, by the way, he's also my lover. And I mentioned him that I talked to him, that I met you, and that I found you. And he he really congratulated me, and he said that I did a good deed, and that's why uh, I was a little bit concerned about you being able to show up here, how you
Mm-hmm.
seem to have escaped from the farm. So ultimately,
Mm-hmm.
he went ahead and contacted the authorities, and here they are. And a door opens, and a police officer steps up.
I, 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 I knew when she wanted to talk that this was going in there. So I love the talk.
Yeah.
I love the speech.
So
So I know this is the direction that this is going. So dexterity.
If you're gonna run, yes, dexterity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll attempt. I'll probably get captured, but it's okay.
how
This is
far
some,
away are we from this? Because we said we're like looking. Yeah.
You would be, I want to say, I don't know, probably
Hey,
30,
nice.
50 feet away. All right, so you take off running. Um, the police ultimately starts chasing you. Let's see how the police do. Give me a second. Let's see if I have a police officer over here.
Can I do
Can
like what most
you-
people do? Is when I pass an object, throw it down.
Yep,
Um,
definitely we'll be
closed
doing all
door.
that. We're gonna determine if
Okay, I didn't know if you would allow that, so that's all I'm saying.
we're
I wanna
gonna
make it
try to
practical.
determine if
If-
you lose the police or not.
Yeah, we'll just try. As long as I can try to break a line of sight,
All right.
that's what I'm hoping for.
So the police continues chasing you, and obviously they're screaming at you, whatever. You guys see him running, and then you see the police running after him. Are you guys gonna do anything, or you're just
Yeah.
Might as well try and meet up with them, or help them in any way.
I
Since
try to throw a rock at a police officer.
I was gonna say walk through a window across the street, but that works.
so you're gonna?
Actually, no. Probably we don't actually probably want to fight them. I guess you're good at throwing, right? Here, throw a rock through that window. See if we can make a distraction. We don't want to get involved with bluff. We don't have to.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll your throw. All right, that's pretty good. At that time, the police officer stops chasing you and heads across the street to check on that rock that broke. Ultimately, you run away too far, so he wouldn't be able to catch you.
All right, let's get out. Let's meet up. Get out of here. Let's go.
yeah,
All right. So you guys walk a couple blocks in an alleyway, hiding, looking to see what happens, and you meet with him.
I think we should go back to the tree.
tree. Yes, I believe so. Tree it is.
Let's get out of here. This place is fucked. I don't know what an accent is something up. This place is fucked.
All right.
Considering.
So you guys get back. What's next?
Well, I guess we try to use the amulet and get out from here. See if we can find one mark and concentrate on what John said.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your power. That was a good power roll.
Sorry, give me a moment.
So good. Nope. Medallion doesn't glow.
It's not doing it. Maybe I'm doing it wrong? Should we all put our hands on it and try again, like we did last time?
Oh, you
Might
can.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try my power.
Go ahead. Roll your power.
It's okay. It's skills.
All right.
Damn!
Holy fuck!
The medallion starts glowing again, and the moment that it glows, you guys get teleported out of there, and you're back in that mystical hallway.
I narratively, I love that I got a critical due to the fact that I was able to think of the
Yeah.
ways for us to get back.
You're the guy.
Right.
All right.
Alright,
So now that you're there,
Wow, that was a good chase scene.
well, it wasn't really long considering that they managed to distract the police.
Hey, if you're being chased, it was long enough. That's all I'm gonna say.
Scary stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you are at the corridor with all the doors once again.
Alright. Now then. I'll pull out a dollar bill, a pair of dog tape.
Let me here. Y'all got any? We can pull out each bill and look at them, and then concentrate on that, and then concentrate. I'm gonna concentrate on Mark and Virginia and our doctors. How's that sound?
I'm just. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is money is not the key. I think that should be the third one. That's just me personally.
I mean,
Because money doesn't count. It's
Yes,
at
I
least
know,
in my mind.
I think. Yeah.
I think having, like he said earlier, us as people and potential targets would be more than enough to get us there. I could give a damn of what the money is. But that's just my idea.
It was a simple suggestion.
I think that it is good to concentrate ourselves as people. The problem is we don't know exactly how many other us's there might be. And I think if we can get as close as possible, as many things as we can use that will let us hone in on exactly where we want to go. But I think you're right. I think we should definitely focus first and foremost on the loved ones we're trying to get back to and those who abducted them.
Yes, Sydney. And besides, we do have one thing to go off of, our abductors. I, quote unquote, used a knife. If this version of me, that version of me uses a knife, that could be very well good enough to help narrow it down.
We also saw the masks that they had when they were trying to come after us. And
Precisely.
the other version of me
I also
apparently went psycho and killed people. So
I shot myself in the arm, so I have 3 things to focus on.
That's pretty good.
Personal to me. Everyone else,
does it the way however they're gonna do it. I agree.
Yeah, just verbalize it to yourself at the very least.
Yeah.
Help.
Oh, that's not the right.
Mecca, what was the tune before this? I really liked it.
What was the what?
What was the tune before this? That's we should have used for the chase scene.
Let me see. I think it was. Hold on.
Just like
Night Horror.
Yeah, that was running music. That's all I'm gonna say. That was running music. So, spin it, DJ.
So, anyway, all right. So you are at the corridor. Who's gonna open the door?
I guess I will, since I was the one that came up with the idea and have.
I think it's a great idea. Open the
Yeah,
door.
whatever works.
Okay.
I need to. It doesn't matter who opens the door. Sydney just needs to look through it and see if the mark is there, basically.
All right. So everybody, go ahead and give me a power roll. Okay.
Damn it!
Oh.
All right.
Your
Really
extreme.
all over the place.
Hopefully, your extreme covers my fumble.
All right.
We
So
had a regular success, hard, extreme, fumble, and failure.
okay.
All across the board.
So
Except for critical.
you open the door. And go ahead and roll your strength, please, Keegan.
Oh, fuck me.
All right. So you notice that in order to open the door seems a lot harder than it's been for anybody else to open it. But you managed to open it. As you open the door, you notice that the weather outside is super cold. I mean, there's a wind that you just never seen before. You just can't see anything else due to how hard the wind is blowing in the snow. Now inside, you notice how quickly the temperature is dropping. Right now, the temperature inside of the hallway where you guys are in, it's probably at -5. You can only imagine how cold it is out there without the protection of that hallway. Due to the fact that you had your hand on the door while you were opening it, it kind of hurt you because of how cold it was. So go ahead and roll a 1d3. See how much damage you take. And then we're gonna take a luck roll on top of it.
Oh, wow. Alright, so lucky say?
Yep. Okay, good.
Holy shit.
Alright, so everybody notices that the temperature continues dropping inside of that hallway where you are in. Are you guys interested in going out, or?
I think that's too cold. That doesn't seem like the kind of weather that would be in our. I close that up.
All
Yeah,
right.
No, yeah, the moment I get.
Yelling over the wind.
Yeah, the moment I get. The moment I
Alright.
start losing a pinky, I'm closing it.
All right, and we're gonna stop right here.